Sometimes we can make a more compelling argument if we use more advanced techniques. The trade-off is that the more advanced the technique, the harder it is for a layperson to understand. For these next two analytical methods, we are basically going to count how many deaths fell within a certain area. All we are going to change is the way we create the areas. Buffers are one of the simplest, most humble forms of geospatial tools. For points, the tool creates a circle around the point at the radius you specify. Think back to geometry class and the compass you would use to draw a circle. The point is the center of the circle, and by adjusting the compass, you adjust the size of the buffer. We'll talk about buffering lines and polygons later this semester. Basically, we're going to make a buffer around each water pump and determine how many deaths occurred within that buffer. Again, not how many points, how many deaths. It sounds really simple, but it can be surprisingly effective. This process is broken down to two steps. The first step is to create the buffers around the water pumps. The second step is to count how many deaths occur within each buffer. For now, turn off all the layers except your water pump layer and the original cholera map. Click the Analysis button at the top of the screen. The analytical tools within ArcGIS Online are broken down into categories. The Buffer tool is in the Use Proximity section. Click on Create Buffers. Number 1 is your input layer. This is the water pump layer. Number 2 is the size of your buffer. Think about how far you'd be willing to carry a bucket of water in feet. Pick a buffer size between 100 feet and 300 feet. Number 3 is the name of the new buffer layer that will be created. Change the name to Soho Water Pump Buffer _ the number of feet and then your initials. Uncheck the box that says Use Current Map Extent. Every tool we use in ArcGIS Online is processed on Esri servers. To recoup those costs, Esri charges users credits to run these tools. UTK has a license with Esri to cover those costs. Click the Show Credits button to see how many credits are used when you buffer the water pumps. Add that number to your lab report. Click on Run Analysis. It will take a few minutes to process. While the tool is running, you will see the name of the new layer in gray at the top of the Contents section with a blue spinning wheel. When the tool finishes, the buffers will appear on your map. Notice that they are all circles with a radius you specified above and centered on each water pump. If you're happy with the size of the buffers, proceed to the next step. If not, rerun the buffer tool and change the size. Save your map.